Okay, so let's see. Um,
Hello?
this is Resident Evil 2.
Is anybody here?
So we're gonna test this out and see how the game is gonna hold up. Okay. Skip. There we go. Doesn't seem to be anything there. Okay. For some reason your capped at 144 FPS, so let's see what it is. We're gonna go for 1080p max settings right now. Full screen. Maybe it's capped. 100 FPS. Interesting. Image quality, it's 100%. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We have frame rate variable. Yep, variable. Oh, VSync, that's the problem. Yep, there we go. Anti-aliasing, MSAA. We want to move to the 8 GB. Yep. We want to go everything max. Okay, so 16. Mesh shader max. On. Highest. Yep. We want to do ABO plus. Bloom is on, that's fine. Motion blur, let's turn that off. I hate motion blur. Depth of field, don't like it. But you know what? Let's just enable it. Film noise, comical, whatever it is. Okay, it's fine. Yeah. So this is the settings we go with. Model quality, lighting effect. Why is this not filled out? Is there additional options? Display maybe? No. Graphics. Everything is on, right? Yep. Okay. So this is maxed settings. There's some texture flickering there, but maybe it still has to apply or whatever. Oh, there's flickering over there, as you can clearly see. It's a demo though, so it could be that it's not optimized for this GPU, because there's a whole bunch of like visual errors there. But don't have the full game, so the demo will have to do, basically. Okay, well. Seems to run fine though, so let's move on. And let's see if we can do display graphics and 1440p. Yep. The VRAM taxation. Well, you can see the VRAM taxation in the little window on the left side. You can see VRAM, and that's 7,000 right now, so it's not VRAM problems. VRAM overheating, that's not the case, because my VRAM currently right now is 71 Celsius, so isn't happening. VRAM being too high overclocked is also not going to result in those flickers, because there is CCC correcting memory on it. Your frame rate will just go down, but it will never fail basically to render something. Just a demo. That's, yeah, it's not built when Ampere was out, that's for sure. Anyway, we are sitting on 4040p, and so far everything fine. I remember this being really rough to render, so we're just gonna stick here for now. And then, like I did with my last benchmark graphics, let's move to 4K. No, this one. Yep. There we go. Thing on. So 4K was not doable, but the 1080 Ti, you were getting like 30 FPS and of everything max, and now I think 20 FPS. You would get like 20 FPS because the memory was just not quick enough, I think. I'm not sure actually, maybe it was 30. Anyway, we're still above 80, so yeah, what can I say, man? It's still really smooth. everything on. VRAM is still perfectly fine. It's not exceeding at all. So let's move on. So we are kind of stuck right now because we can't move further in this. I think we can though. Resolution rendering mode. What is that? Okay, that's not interesting. Here we go. Image quality. So what you can do here is push the resolution above 4K. So I'm pretty sure that this is, I'm not sure how much this is, 140. But as you can see, the card cannot render it. So let's see what it, well, it can actually render it. Look at that. It's stabilizing, but the VRAM is going up massively. I remember this being an issue with the 1080 Ti also, which has one more VRAM or 1 more gigabit of VRAM. So let's see. 200% was literally undoable. It was not doable at all. So let's see the 150. I think 150% is 6K. 6K, yeah, something like that. So it's still stabilizing at 47 FPS. I think the wall that we're going to hit is VRAM, so let's see what happens when we up it bit twice now. Oh, you probably can't see it very well. Let's up it. You gotta wait a second, this engine is like really slow on that front. Okay. So we still see playable frame rates here, which is interesting. Let's move it up. Well, this is one of the reasons that I said at the start of the generation when this card came out that 10 GB was not going to be enough. And I'm still convinced about it. Like, I honestly think that the 380 should be 16, the 380 Ti should have been 24, and the 3090 should have just been classified as died and just shipped with 32. But because of Corona, we are not really seeing much anyway. Movement in yeah, we don't really see much movement at all in games. Like, it's all built still for like old hardware because new hardware is just not bought by people. It's too expensive. Like, this card costed me 1100 and it was cheap. So yeah, imagine that. Okay, let's see if it can stabilize at this frequency. 200% was not playable at all. Like, was like literally 1 FPS or some shit. So it's still moving. Still gonna move up. Okay. 190. Let's go one up. This is the max. This is 8K. When is it the maximum amount that, yeah. You can go. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna wait until it stabilizes again. If it stabilizes at all. You see the GPU is not taxated right now. Whenever it moves to the 300 plus watt, it is. And if it's not moving there, then you know there's another bottleneck going on. So what we see here is 13 FPS. Which is pretty interesting because that basically means it actually is playable. As you can see. This is 8K for you. Yeah. Wow. Okay, well. Yeah, that's just insane. Okay, let's go back and let's move the slider down a little bit. It's gonna take a while. Let's go back to the 180, 170. I think 160 was the last that I could do with in 1080 Ti. So the fact that you even can get to 200 is pretty insane. 180. Yeah, it's like a hard lock, dude, at this point. But then again, you know, you're moving into territories where these cards are not built for at all. Here we go. So if you're sitting on 26 FPS, which is too low in my opinion, so let's see if we can get to 30. Let's put on the 170. I think this will push us to the 30. Let's remove out of the thing. Okay. Yeah, see, we are moving on. So that's 30 ms. FPS. So I think this is anywhere around. This is somewhere around 7K. You see, yeah. Yeah, this was not doable with 8. Yeah, the memory was just not quick enough. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, see you in the next one.